All right, everyone. Very, very sad story that I'm going to present to you. So many people on YouTube, they have had a word from the Lord. They hear the audible voice of our Father in heaven, Yahweh. And I've gotten many, many personal messages and emails from people wanting to hear God's voice. I want you to understand something. God hears you. God knows your needs. He knows everything about you. And God's time is not our time. Very sad story. Let me present this. Pastor who worried God wasn't hearing him commits suicide. And this is very, very upsetting today, November the 13th, 2013, because many people are worried that God is not listening to them or hearing them when he is. We may not all hear the audible voice or have God speak to us. And that's what my main concern is. But he does speak to us in our own way, and he hears every word that we say. I'll put the link to this below. A Macon, Georgia pastor who expressed concern over his connection to God killed himself while his family and congregation were at his church. MAZ-TV reported on Monday. The Reverend Teddy Parker Jr. was found dead outside his home with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head following the Sunday service at Bibb Mount Zion Baptist Church. The Christian Post reported that Parker sent his wife and two daughters to church ahead of him before the service. When he didn't show up, they went looking for him. A church member, Russell Rowland, told the Post, "I'm very surprised because he didn't preach that. He preached totally against it. It's something that the congregation don't really understand." The Post also cited a 2010 sermon, "Facing Your Storm with Confidence," in which Parker told his parishioners there had been moments in his life when he did not feel his connection with God. "I pray, I try to pray, but I don't feel like God is hearing me," Parker said at the time. "I try to serve, but I don't feel like God is using me." And there are times in your life when God purposely withdraws from you. He doesn't withdraw for the sake of leaving you, but he withdraws so you can grow and mature. And there is a YouTube video there as well. God hears you. You may not hear his voice, but he is with you. God is with us every moment, every second of the day. The Father and Son are as one. If you're born again, if you are born again and covered in the blood, Jesus dwells within you. He is with you constantly. He knows your every thought. He hears you. He hears you. Your prayers may not get answered on your time, but your Father in heaven knows what is best for you, and he works things out for the good. Please, when you hear so many people talking about, I had a word from God, I heard from God, God spoke to me. He does, but in different ways, each of us in different ways. Very sad. Again, the headline, "Pastor who worried God wasn't hearing him commits suicide." Your father, your father knows everything about you. You can't keep nothing from him, nothing secret. Don't ever think he doesn't hear you. He does. Amen. Leave me a comment.